Everyone, welcome to this week's, I won't say a lecture, but a lab. So we're going to learn about functions and we're going to learn about browser control. So a couple ways. We'll do it in here and we'll also do it in the coding here. So we'll just write a script without doing HTML and I'll just sit like this and I'll zoom in a little bit. So we want to zoom it out a little bit. So what we want to do is learn about functions within JavaScript. So typically how to write a function, how to invoke a function, how to add parameters, values to functions, etc. So we can start off like this. Oops. We can type in function. Oops. And we can type in greet. And so it'll be the beginning. So we'll open close. So whatever your function name is, you want to open and close it. You want to start and close it like this. So you have the starting point right here starts the function and this ends the function right there. Within here, we want to actually write some code, return something. So we're just going to do a return and I'll say, hello, my name is Jeff. Just like that. And I'm going to save it. Okay, so I could save it. That would be my function. And then I would have to invoke it. So let's go down here and do the same thing. So we could probably copy this code right here and we can paste it down here. Doesn't look as pretty. I could invoke it by just calling greet like that and hit enter. And there you go. This is hello, my name is Jeff. There wasn't much to it. We could have probably changed it up a little bit. Now let's say that we wanted to do this. Let's take this out. Let's say that we wanted to say, what if I wanted to do console.log, oops, hello, my name is Jeff. You think that would work? And if I called the function like that, it does work that way. So you could do it either way, but recommend it, best practice. You want to have a return statement on there instead of having a console.log. This is why. So if you're working in this environment like this, yeah, it'll work fine. But if you go over here and use it in HTML and you do a console.log, then it's not going to show up. It's not going to return that value, whoever's calling it. So that's when you have to do the return statement. So this is definitely best case scenario. So let's get and clear this console. Let's clear the history and start from scratch. All right, let's just do this because that's not working. Inspect it. So let's do this. Let's do another function. And this one will just say greet. And we'll add a parameter and we'll say name. So we'll pass a name for it to greet. And then we'll say return a name. So whatever that name is. And then we will close the parameter. So now what we could do is we could do greet and we could just send in a couple ways we could do it. We could do hardcode and say Jeffrey like that. And as soon as I invoke it, it provides it. I could also set up a variable and call it name. I'll put first name equals Ralph. And then what I could do is I could greet it and I could just pass in first name and boom, Ralph. But I don't like where it says just name. Maybe we say return hello, my name is whatever. So let's do this. Now let's call it and say my name is Slim Shady. There you go. Hello, my name is Slim Shady. So that is typically how you do a function. And we passed in, showed you how to do a function by passing in a value, changing some things around. Pretty straightforward stuff. Next one, let's have it calculate something. So let's say we wanted to calculate maybe our grades or something like that. So let's set up a new function. So let me clear this. Set up a new function, maybe. A new function, and I'll call it calculate grades. And what I'll do is I'll see my first grade and my second grade. Okay. And then what I want to do is do a return statement. Let's say that we want to do first plus second divided by 2. And that's what my grade is going to be. So we're going to take our first plus our second. So let's say I got a 90% on my first test, and the second test I got a 70. That's 160, and divided by 2, it should provide us a number. So let's see here, end our statement. So let's invoke it. So let's say calculate grades. Let's pass in it. Our first one wasn't too good. It was a 75, and our second one was a 90. It's a little bit better. Oops. All right, so that says 120. Is that right? So 75 plus 90 is 165. Well, it didn't do it right, so we need to add more math to it, I think. Because we know that if, let's see here, let's do this. Let's do a little test here. Var x equals 75 plus 90. And if we did console.log, oops, we did x, we know it's 165. And then if we did var y equals x divided by 2, and then we console.log y, we know it's 82.5. So you see here on the return statement, that's not the best way of doing it, as it didn't know how to do the math. We could have probably did this. Let's try to think of something else. So maybe if we did return first plus second divided by 2, maybe that would work. And sorry. All right, maybe I should just do this. Oops. Greet. Calculate grades. And then we'll pass in, was it 75 and 90? Oops. Alright, so it doesn't like it that way because of how this math is. So probably the best way of doing it for now is doing it this way. So let's do this. Let's let's calculate first grade. All right, let me move this up here. So what we can do is, all right, it's not gonna like that. So let's clear it. Yeah, let's clear the console. All right, so we're gonna have to rewrite this function. Calculate grades. Why can't I? Let's erase this here. Because every time I hit return, it just keeps doing what I need, not what I need to do. So let's say x equals, let's do this, var x equals first plus second. All right, so this adds our sum up. Oh, jeez, damn it. Sorry about my language here. All right, so it adds it up, but it's not letting me. That's why. When you're working in here, it's very difficult. So let's go over here for a second and write our script up because it's not allowing me to do it, and then we can paste it in. Sometimes when you do it within Google, oh my gosh, it's so difficult. So let's do function, calculate grades. And we could do first, second. All right, and then what we can do here, we could do var x equals first plus second, and then we could do var y equals x divided by 2, and that should give us our grade. And then we can say return your grade, your final grade is And then we could do plus y. All right, let's try that instead. Copy that. Let's clear the console history. Clear console, start from scratch. Paste it. There we go. Now let's invoke it. Let's see if I remember my grade, 70 and 90, or maybe it's 75 and 90. I don't remember. All right, so that didn't work. All right, what did we do wrong? All right, first plus second. So let's do this. Let's debug this and take this out. Oh, shoot. Gotta take that out for a second. Yeah, take it out. Oh, son of a gun. Yes, we know that. So let's see if I did this and did return y. And then I did this. Maybe I could do calculate that way. Sure. Still doesn't like it. Poop. This again, how to erase everything. It's just this thing's playing around with me. So let's start over again. Function, calculate grades. And we'll do first, second. There we go. And let's just test it first. Return this. Let's do first. Let's put this in parentheses first, plus second. See if it even works. Oops. And let's call it. And we'll just do 70 and 44. All right, so we know it adds it up fine. So that's good. All right, so let's do this. I think this is what we have to do. I didn't do it last time. Is we could do first and second, and then we could divide it by 2. And that would give us what we need. So let's say 70, and then the next one was a 97. Okay, there we go, 83.5. That's what we wanted. We can probably add some text to it. We might be able to say, your final grade is like that. There you go. So that is how you do the function, add 2 parameters. Your final grade is 83.5. So what I had to do, and I wasn't doing right, is you have to put whatever calculation. We could have did the var, but it's easier just to do it this way. We could have declared our variables at the top and it would have worked fine. But isn't it easier just to put your math right here? You put everything in parentheses and you divide by 2, and there's your answer, and you have 83.5. So that right there, that's the functions. That's the first part of this week, is learning about functions. The second is learning about browser control. Browser control has a lot of different things that we could do with it. I think time-wise, let's see if we want to make this 2 videos. We'll make it 1 video. That's fine. Let's see here. In retrospect. So different things that you could do within browser control. We could do something that opens a new window with a click of a button. So let's see here. Maybe we just do it in here. So let me clear this console. Let's see if it works in here. So we'll do function, and just the same thing. We'll call it open new window, and we'll close it, and then we'll say window dot open, and then we'll set up a website address such as http, I don't know. We'll say www.usatoday.com, just like that. And let's see, yeah, that's it. And then we can invoke it by calling open new window. Did I call it? All right, I called it wrong. I called it window down. It's not what I want, but it works. There you go. Look at that. Opens new window. Perfect. Do you want to show notifications? No, because then they'll never stop. So that's that one. That's how to open a new window. Basic functionality, pretty cool stuff. What else can we do? We can do, let's see here. We can open up a new window and have it like open a new window outside of that, which is a little more fuzzier. We could define it a little bit more. So let me create the functionality, a new function. I'll call it the right thing, maybe. Open new window, like that this time. And what we'll do here is we'll say window.open, and this one will be a little bit different. We'll add some parameters in here. So I'll do HTTPS, I'll do www.steelers.com. And what I'll do different is there's a lot more information. Is if you add blank, that means it's going to open up a new window, not a new tab, a new window itself. So then I'll do, let's see, we can say, do we want the toolbar to be included? I'll just say yes. You see what I mean? You can add more information. Location equals yes. Directories. No, I don't want to worry about directories. Do we want status equals no? Do we want menu bar? I'll put yes. Do we want scroll bars? Yes. Do we want to make it resizable? No. And this is the idea, is to make a no resizable window, because we want to show you how you can control the size of it if you want to. Copy history equals yes. There's a lot of different things you do with it. Now this is where we'll put the width or height. We'll say the width is going to be 600 and the height is going to be 600. I'll just make it 600 by 600. Close that out, and then we'll close it, and then we can invoke it. So open new window. It works. There you go. We open a new window and we customize the size of it, even though it allows me to open it. Resize it. I shouldn't have did that, but I played basketball with this guy before when he played for Steelers. That was ironic. Anyways, that is how you do that right there. All right. What else can I show you real quick? You can see, you can write code to see if a window's been closed. Like, let me see, close my window. All right, so you could define if your window's open, if it's not closed. So let's do this right here. Let's clear our console real quick. Write a new, new function. And this one right here, that's gonna be a little bit different. So let's do this. Let's do variable. We'll call it, actually, you know what? Let's create this over here instead, because it's going to be a little bit more intensified. So let's say new file. We'll call it, I'll call it windows.html. Perfect. All right, let's do this. HTML, our heading, which is pretty nothing. We'll do our scripting in here. The only reason I did it here is just a lot to write. So we'll set up my window. Oops. Like that. Beautiful. And then we'll do a function and we'll call it open window. And we'll do this. And then we'll just do the same stuff that we did at this point. But we declared this variable up here called my window. So we'll say my window. And we'll say equals window.open. And then we'll do, we won't put the name of the site. We'll keep it blank, and then we'll do blank here as well. Then we'll control the width of it, like we did before. And we'll say width equals 6. I'll say 500 this time, and then the height is 5. Well, let's make the height. Let's make the height 200. Let's change this up a little bit, like that. And let's make this 400. Perfect. Oh, there we go. All right, and then we're gonna write another function, and this is close window. And we can say if my window, and then we can say if my close window, if my window, which means is my window open. You can say my window, like that, and you can say dot close, just like that. All right, perfect. All right, so now let's do function, and we can check window, and we could say message equals nothing. We can say if my window isn't open, do this here. We say message equals was never open. I think this is right. We'll figure it out in a second here. It doesn't work. Oops. And then we can say else if my window dot closed. So if it's closed, there we go. And then we could say the message equals is closed, else message would be is open. See, perfect. I think, I don't know, something's a little fuzzy here. Yeah, I had too many of those in there. I get a little hairy. Yeah, that looks right. All right, and then we come down here and do document dot get element by ID, and ID is message, and we'll say dot enter HTML equals my window. Whoops. Plus message. All right, let's see here. We did our script, our heading, I mean. Then we need to do a body here, and we can set up our button. We say button on click equals open window. Like that. And we say open window, and open my window. Say open window, sorry. And then close it out button. So we want to create 2 other buttons. Copy that. There we go. Oh, shoot. So we have one called open window. We have one called close window. Let's see, what did we call it? Close window, yep. We have one called open window, which we are not specifying it right up here. It's be open window. And the other one is going to be check window. Right there. So we need to call that one. There you go, check window. So close window and check window. All right, that is wrong. Check window, that should be nothing. All right. And that should be it. So let's save it. What do we call that? Windows. All right, so here's our thing. Open, we'll say close window. Check window, something ain't right. Opens a window. Close window. Close it, let's open window. And check window. It's just not outputting it. Maybe this will be a problem for you guys to figure out. See what I did with the code wrong. I'll check this in and I'll let you play around with it. All right, I'm not gonna show you how I fix it. All right, let me go back. Let's see if I can figure it out real quick. Why did I mess it up? So var my window, function open window, my window right there equals window.open. So we know it opens it. The check window doesn't work right. It doesn't output what I want to do. So let's see why. Message equals nothing. I put if my window, message equals was never opened. Maybe I got that wrong. Let's see here. Else. Like that. Else. And then I say if my window is closed. Then message equals is closed. Okay. Else. Message is open. Okay, that's fine. It closes it. Document.get element by ID. Message, that's fine. .enter HTML equals, that's bet you that's the problem. Maybe not. My window plus message. Perfect. Script end heading. Oh, you know what? I know what I'm missing. Bodies here. Oh, we're not displaying it down here. That's why. So we need this. So we have this here. We need a BR tag here. That's not the reason, but I think we're missing this right here. We need a division. Divider equals message, and we're not showing that on here, and that might be why it's not working. So let's save that. Refresh it. Check window. There we go. My window was never open. Open window. Close window. Let's open window. Check window. Oh, it's open. All right, so that's how you do it. I had it. I wasn't displaying that value down there. All right, moving on. I couldn't leave it hang like that, even though I said I was. All right, let's see. What else can we show you guys? All right, let's show you. I don't know if we could do it this way or not. All right, let's go back over here real quick and see if we can show it in here. Some cool things that you could do. So we'll go to Navigator. So let's type in Navigator. If you type in the name of the Navigator, as soon as you push a Navigator, it lists all these different values here. We'll say navigator.appcode name. And this is Mozilla. So that's pretty cool. So it's the application code within Chrome. Let's see, what else can we do? So you notice as soon as we put Navigator down, hit dot, there's all these different things that you could do. You could do connection. You could do is cookie enable, which is true. You could come down to credentials, device memory. You get the battery, you get the geolocation. There's more info on that. You have to provide parameters, within that as well. So you can pass in parameters, you get more information. Let's see what else. You could do, try to find something interesting that you could do. You can get the version, app version that you're using. So for example, if I come in here and I did navigator like that, and then did dot app version, then you could do that. It shows I'm using a Mac. Oh, actually, I gotta create a quickie, but that one would be very extensive. Let's see. All right, we could do a timing thing. So for example, I don't know if we could do it here or not. We probably could. So let's do this. Let's do set timeout. And then we could use a function, which we don't have a function. We'll call it my function. And we'll do millisecond of 3 seconds, which is 3,000 milliseconds. Yeah, since we don't have a function set up. All right, let me think about this. Let's start off this way. Let's do function alert timeout. I think we could do it in here. Oh geez, there we go, backwards. All right, so we have timeout. We'll say alert. Hello everybody, hello world, like that. And we'll close it off. All right, so that's our function. Then we're gonna call our function. We could do set timeout. And then within our setup timeout, we could say alert timeout right here. And then we're gonna pass in the 3,000 milliseconds, like that. And I don't think it's gonna work. Yeah, because we need a button. Oh, there it is, it did work. Hello, page says hello world, it pops up. So you could add a button to that and push the button and then it does it. So let's say that we wanted to come back here and do 9,000 seconds. 1, 2, it should pop up here in a second. Well, 9,000 seconds, 9 seconds. Up there you go, boom. So that's how you do that. All right, so that's pretty much it with this video. So I showed you how to do some functions, showed you how to do some browser stuff that will help you do your homework assignment. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.